Hi, I'm Gary Smith. The chapter I've selected for review is Gouverneur Morris in Theistic Rationalism in the Founding Era, which was written by Greg Fraser. The chapter comes from a book entitled Faith in the Founders of the American Republic. Fraser indicates that Morris most deserves to be remembered for his work and influence at the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia in 1787, where he represented the state of Pennsylvania. Morris spoke more often than anyone at the Constitutional Convention and was an influential member of the important Committee of Style. Morris wrote the preamble to the Constitution. James Madison, known as the father of the Constitution, stated in 1814 that the finish given to the style and arrangement of the Constitution belongs to the pen of Gouverneur Morris. Fraser writes that scholars who study the religions of the American founders often try to fit the founders into Christianity or deism. But Morris does not fit nicely into either camp. Morris fits better into something called Theistic Rationalism, which is a hybrid belief system between Christianity and deism. Greg Fraser, in addition to authoring the aforementioned chapter, also wrote another chapter titled Theistic Rationalism Introduced in a book titled The Religious Beliefs of America's Founders, Reason, Revelation, and Revolution. In this chapter, Fraser fleshes out differences between deism and theistic rationalism. Fraser writes that Lord Herbert of Cherbury in the 17th century in England was the recognized father of deism. The theological definition of deism was that God has withdrawn his active presence from the universe and remains completely aloof, while it functions in strict accordance with the natural laws which he originally endowed it. In other words, the God of nature essentially functions as an absentee landlord. Theistic rationalists believed in a powerful, rational, and benevolent creator who established laws by which the universe functioned. Their God was a unitary, personal God who was present and active and who intervened in human affairs. And consequently, they believed that prayers were heard and effectual. They believed that the main factor in serving God was living a good and moral life, and that promotion of morality was central to the value of religion, and that the morality engendered by religion was indispensable to society. Because virtually all religions promote morality, theistic rationalists believe that many, perhaps all, religious traditions were valid and led to the same God. Though theistic rationalists did not believe that Jesus was God, they considered him a great moral teacher and held a higher view of him than did most deists. They believed in a personal afterlife in which the wicked would be temporarily punished and the good would experience happiness forever. However, Thomas Foster shows in an article titled Reconsidering Libertines and Early Modern Heterosexuality, Sex and American Founder Gouverneur Morris, that Gouverneur Morris was not a moral man, which his belief in theistic rationalism required. Morris was a sexual libertine and had sexual relations with multiple partners in both America and Europe. Morris went to France in January 1789 on the eve of the French Revolution, where he remained throughout the Revolution. In 1792, he was appointed minister plenipotentiary to the revolutionary government in France. Morris remained in Europe for nearly 10 years. Morris kept diaries throughout this time that revealed multiple sexual encounters with numerous women, most of them elite. Catherine Capel Meredith writes in Sketch of the Life of Gouverneur Morris that after Morris returned to America from abroad, he married a 34-year-old lady on Christmas Day, 1809. At the age of 61, Morris had a son that he named Gouverneur. Morris died in 1816 at age 65. It's amazing to me that the best and the brightest of the American founders could have ended up as deist or theistic rationalists like Thomas Jefferson and Gouverneur Morris, respectively. Deism and Theistic rationalism are religions made from whole cloth, which have no scriptural basis whatsoever. But as brilliant as both men were, they were willing adherents to these man-made religions. Thank you very much.